행복했다고 생각하면 나는 너무 맛있어. 근데 그게 아니라고 하시면
Where's your napkin? No napkin here. Put your napkin wherever you like.
Same mic. Same mic.
Let's go. Let's go.
Technically, it was more than that.
モーニングを始めると話の続きが気になっている。
こっちは
Let's judge from the scales.
Oh yeah.
Smoking is not allowed on this bus.
まあでもすぐ走っちゃう。